Hey, what's going on, everyone? I'm back with a multiplayer FPS episode, but I've got a new PC, and when trying to migrate the project, it kind of got corrupted, and now this is all I'm left with. So I just started over, and we're gonna start over, and I'm going to remaster everything, since the old one is kind of just really crappy. So this is remastered, and I am a little sick at the moment, so if I pause the video or like cough, just so you know, I'm sick. Now, all I have gone to do really is import a weapon pack and animation pack, and they're both free. Um, Let me go ahead and show you that. I've also noticed that the series blew up on episode 3, but hopefully, this new one blows up even more. But yeah, so all you want to do is just open up your Epic Games Launcher, go to Unreal Engine, go to Marketplace and search Anim Starter Pack, and you should find it at the bottom right here. It's free. It's by Epic Games. If you've got another animation pack for like the pistol or the female, go ahead and use them. I might be purchasing this pistol one because you only get a idle pistol animation with this one, so I don't know yet. And then you just want to search for the military, oh, mili, hello, there we go, military weapons pack, and if you just hit this free button, can I spell some, military weapons, there it is. Okay, what the heck, let me just go through my library. Oh, it's called the Military Weapons Dark, and then there's the silver one, and they're both free. It comes with a rifle, a shotgun, a rocket launcher, a sniper, and a pistol, and a grenade launcher, and a knife also. It also comes with sound effects and muzzle flashes and stuff like that. It's really nice. Um, One problem I have with this pack is that it's modeled on the Y-axis, which just makes it a little annoying if you're using other packs. If like the FPS weapon, I believe is what it's called. This one right here, because this model they have two models for each weapon, and so like there's two of these. One of them is modeled on the X and the Y, which makes it a little nicer. So I will also be using this, but it will be a little harder, just because I might have to use the Y one, the Y-axis models. Uh, this does not come with any muzzle flashes or anything like that. It does come with some like camos, which is sick, and that's pretty cool. And one thing I'm gonna remaster about this series is the character. So I want to see if I can find the FPS arms on here for like free. I'm looking for the Unreal Engine ones. Okay, I guess not. So I'll just have to create a whole new project. So let me launch Unreal Engine again. and we'll create another project. Just make a first person project. If you don't want to do this, I will just have like a download link in the description to just like the animations and stuff, and then you could just import them in. All you want to do is just go to content, first person, and then get these three or four. We don't want the audio. Actually, let me just make sure. Or you know what? We'll come back to this. We'll come back to it. So what we want to do is make a main folder. Just, there's already a folder like that because I thought I made it. Did I move it somewhere? That's really weird. Let me just. It's not here, so where is it? Okay, that was weird. Anyways, let's just make another folder called blueprints, and we'll have a game mode. Call this main game mode. Open that up, and then we'll have a character. Call this player. So we'll have a mesh in here, and that mesh will be the SK mannequin. And then we're gonna rotate him and place him right on the ground. And we're just gonna give him the default animation blueprint that comes with the pack. And then in the game mode, we'll just set him to be the default character. And then I want you to hit window and then click world settings if you don't have that. And then right here, just select the game mode that we just made. And when we hit play, we have our character. Then we're gonna add a camera to our mesh. Going to attach it to the head. Okay. Reset these values. It should be -90 and -90 on the X. Move it and use pawn control rotation. Now it looks good. If you don't want the head bobbing, what you could do is just set it to none and then position it at the end. But I don't want that. So now we gotta set up movements. It's gonna be a little annoying because we gotta type a little. So what we're gonna do first is make a maps folder. And this is gonna be a, we're gonna click Control S, go to main, maps, and just call this test. There we go. Now that'll be our thing. And we're gonna press edit, project settings, go to maps and modes, and then we're gonna default it to our test map. So every time we load it up, and make sure it's also set for the game mode. In our input, we're gonna create a action mapping called jump, and click this button and also press space or whatever your jump button wants to be. And we're gonna click this 4 times. I'm gonna call this one move forward. one's gonna be W, and I'm gonna add another one called for S, and S is gonna be -1 because we want to go down. So if you don't know what I mean, basically we have a grid. This is a really bad grid, but you basically got 0 right here in the middle, and then 1 right here, and there's also -1. Now obviously this is very unrealistic because -1, -2, -3 are right there, but we're just gonna say these points are -1 and -1, or -1 and 1. If you click W, so W is set to 1, you will go up or forward. If you click S, which is set to -1, you will go down or backwards. And same thing goes for left and right. It's probably, there we go. Right 1, left -1. Simple. It's not too hard. You just gotta make sure you do that every time or else your movement will be messed up. We're gonna move right now. So D to the right, A to the left. Now remember left is also going to go to -1. Then we're gonna do look up. I'll call this, we're gonna call the mouse Y event. And if you want to look up, you gotta go to the negatives. Now I know this one doesn't make sense this time. And then this one's gonna be look right. This is gonna be the mouse X event, and it's gonna be positive. Now inside the player, we're gonna go to the event graph and delete everything here. We're gonna call our move forward. I'm going to add movement input. I'm going to get forward vector, and from here get actor rotation. Get the right vector, get move right. I'm also going to add movement input and just plug this in. This one's not needed, but I just like my comments to be defaulted to black. So if you want to change your default comment keybind or color, you could just do it through here. The editor preferences right here. And then when you do it, it's gonna be black. So just selecting everything and hitting C will put it in this like group, I guess, which is called comments, and you can just move it and stuff, and it just makes organizing a lot nicer. So if we hit play, as you can see, we're moving, but it's a little weird, and that's because of our camera. Kind of like this, I'm not gonna lie. But if we get our look up event and we add pitch input and then get our look right and add yaw input here. If you haven't noticed, I have OCD because I just like my nodes to stay centered on the grid lines. And this one's gonna be mouse input. Now when we hit play and look around, but there's a problem right now. That's because we need to tick this use pawn control rotation in the camera, and then our camera is going to be normal. And we can walk, or I guess we're running right now. I'll show you how to set it to be like walking. If you don't want to do that, that's fine. But let's do jumping real quick. So get the jump action event. Then on press, we're going to get jump. And then on release, we're going to stop jumping. I don't think this one's needed, but it breaks every time I don't have it. Okay, so now we can jump. And there's a problem with our camera, or it's not our camera, it's really our character. That's because our head or our body doesn't follow our camera. We'll fix that in a later episode. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go into this construction script, which runs as soon as the game starts. I'm going to attach component to component, and then do the mesh. The parent being that. Actually, we don't need this. Never mind. Put it right here in the mesh. Add a skeletal mesh. And we're going to select the weapon. Here's the one that's modeled on the x-axis, I believe. Attach it to the right hand. Hand underscore. Looks okay for now. Here we go, we have a weapon. I mean, it doesn't show anything. Also, I'm hoping this episode will be longer than usual. So that's gonna be fun. So we'll just have that for now. What we want to do though is make sure to have 2 players and listen as server. So now we have 2 players. The head doesn't clip to the camera anymore. That's nice. Hello, sir. That's nice. I want to add. I think if you Control W to duplicate stuff, by the way. If we add 2 of them, he shouldn't spawn in front of me. Yeah, there we go. Um. I don't. Let's get a. Let's see. Um. Let's get some sprinting going. So in the character movement, we're going to go to walking. Right here, the max walk speed is going to be your walk speed, basically. So we're going to set that to 300, and now we're going to be basically walking. Now, if you don't want sprinting, don't do this. If you just want them to be running at all times, then don't do what I'm going to do. But here we go. We're going to go back to our project settings. Into our input, we're going to make another action. Actually make a couple. So one for sprint. Mine's gonna be left shift. One for crouch. the left control, one for fire, left mouse button, one for aiming, right mouse button, and then I want to do more, but I'm just gonna keep those for now. So jump, sprint, crouch, fire, and aim. So in here, I'm going to add a custom event called server sprint, and we're gonna replicate this on the server. From here, we're going to set the max walk speed 600, and we're just gonna copy and paste. Control W to duplicate. I'm gonna set this back down to 300, and then I'm gonna call this server walk. And then I'm gonna get our sprint action event. I'm going to grab this. I'm going to call the server sprint unpressed. And the reason we're doing this right here is because of the client. The client, you can't really replicate a nice sprint, so you're gonna have to kind of do this. And get the server walk. I'm gonna position this right here. I'll just set it to 300 again. So let's see if in sprint, as you can see, the client can see it. Let me look at this screen. We're walking and then we're sprinting. See if the client can do it. Yes, he can. Yep, we're good to go. That's sprinting. Let's see. Let's comment this sprint. So now we have sprinting. Um, in the events, in the game mode, I'm going to make a score. Actually, no, I'm not. Never mind. Let's do that next episode. Or later. Actually, yeah, later. So, I'm going to show you a plugin. It's not really a plugin because it makes you create a project and then you just migrate the plugin to your project. And it's called Super Grid Starter Pack. And I'm pretty sure it's free. Go ahead and see if it is. Yes, it is. It is free. It just allows you to make levels out of grid blocks, and it just makes life so much easier. And I want to create a simple level here. So I'm gonna get this plugin into our project really quick. And I'll walk you through the whole entire process through it. If you don't see your project, just click more and then you'll find it. Just open it up. And we're going to wait a second. And there we go. The only thing you'll get is this one folder called Super Grid. And inside of it, you'll get the starter pack, blueprints, stuff like that. If you go to source, I believe, which is no, not this. Tutorial level, blueprints, first person, no. Material instances, nope. Here, I think, maybe. Oh my god, it's all laggy. But here's how the plugin works, really. The grid, and that's it. I believe it's like they changed it. You do get a wall, and then you can scale it however you want. Um, I'm going to try to find it. I'll be right back once I do. Okay, so I figured it out. It took me a bit, but I'm a little dumb at the moment. But you just want to go to story pack, source, meshes, and if you bring out the box centered is probably one of the better ones to go with because it just mirrors everything. As you can see, the more you scale it, the more cubes you get. You can make like grounds with it. And you can grab, there's also a plane. You can grab the high res one if you wanted to. And then you can make walls with it. But yeah, it's really cool thing. Um, so now let's migrate this to our project. So right click on this folder. We're going to hit, we're going to press migrate, save, yes, and I'm going to really quick just pause. I'm going to find my project directory and I'll be right back. Okay, so I found my project directory. Um, Sometimes it could be in your documents folder or it could be to whatever you set it. But you just want to go to content and hit select folder. That's it. And if we go back in here, we should see it. Yep, here it is. Let's just make sure it works. And it works. Alright, we're good to go. We can close this project right here. And we can start just, placing some things to spice up our level. 15, 15. Okay. We could get a hexagon. And make like a hexagon staircase. Okay, let's see how it is. Can we jump over it? No, we can't. And the camera can clip through it. Amazing. We'll fix that in just a second. Okay, now let's try it. Oh my god. Okay. Make this a little shorter. And you can always change the color of these grids if you don't like it. So I might change the blue for an orange or a black. It's really whatever you want. And you can do that by going into the materials, base, or I think it's palettes. Or you can just find it right here. Here it is. It was in palette and then grids. So just palette grids. And you can change the color through here. I'm gonna cancel that. I suggest you duplicating these. Just call it whatever you want. And then changing the color. I'm just going to do an orange. Pretty nice. Maybe just a bit more. Go. And then you can apply it to whatever you want. And it automatically just, you see these darker squares, it automatically does that for you. It's really, really cool. I'm going to add a couple more things. And I'm going to add a staircase. And everything works on a grid. Remember that, everything works on a grid. Uh, and you can make a lot of cool things with these. And now we just have a simple map. Let's see. We can climb these stairs. Nope. Okay, so they just need to be a bit shorter. And we can check an auto jump if we wanted to. Oh yeah. So, really quick, I'm going to set up something, so I'll be right back. Okay, so now we're back, and I have added a custom event called server pickup, and it executes on the server, same as this one. Now there was a little more to the setup, which is why I paused. I wanted to add a few things, but I thought, why not teach them about it first? So I deleted them. But we're going to add another custom event. This is going to be called multi pickup. And this one's going to be replicated on multicast. And this is basically going to tell the server, or the server is going to tell it to execute on all. So if it's, I'm pretty sure that's what it means. So if the server, pick up a weapon, it tells the client to see it. I think I know what I'm talking about. I watched the whole documentary about it. But anyways, and then if the client picks it up, it tells the server to see it also. So it's telling to look, I have the weapon. Anyways, what we want to do is from the server, we're going to call the multi pickup, the multi gates pickup. There we go. And from here, we're going to get a for each loop with break. And this is going to loop until we tell it that, oh, we're done looping. So we want to get something called overlapping actors. And we're going to plug this into here. And the class will be actor. From here, we're going to get, or we're going to get actor has tag. If they have the weapon tag, then we can pick it up. So if they do, let's print success. And then if not, we'll just print fail. And now in our main folder, we're going to create a weapons folder. And here we'll create an actor called BP Master Weapon. There's going to be a few things we do in here. We're going to add a skeletal mesh. And then we're going to make sure it replicates. And we're going to give it a tag right here. And it's going to be weapon. And then I'm going to add a cube. Just so we know where it is. Or, actually we don't need a cube. We can just give it the skeletal mesh. We'll give it the grenade launcher, because why not? We'll add it in here. And then when we hit E, let's get our fire events for now. And we'll call these server pickup. That's all we need. So let's walk here. Like nothing's happening. Get overlapping actor has tag, weapon. It has the weapon tag. It's not even printing fail. Also before we fix this issue really quick, we want to have a branch here. And if it's false, then we can pick up the weapon. And we'll right click this, promote it to a variable called is holding weapon. Going to check something really quick. Okay, so we're back. It froze for a bit, but right here we're gonna get a branch, and we're gonna type, or not type. We're gonna get the is holding weapon on true. We're gonna do a line trace. I'm gonna class this to a function in a minute, but yeah, we're going to get our actor location, and we're gonna plug that into the start, and then into the end we're going to subtract by 500, I guess, and that'll be our end. Right here, um, we're going to get our, I believe the impact point. So we want to detach the actor, detach from the mesh, and the target will be our held or our equipped weapon, I think. Wait, I think we just need to detach. Oh my god, detach from actor. I think it's this one. I'm not really sure. Let me actually check that really quick. Okay, I got it. It's this one, but first we want to get a branch. And then on true, we'll do this. Um, we'll keep it world. And then the target will be our equipped weapon. And then we'll set the set transform. Set actor transform. Split it. And then just give it the impact point. So let's test this out by grabbing a, really quick, I'm gonna disable this for now. Visible, let's turn that off, there we go. I'm going to attach this one, and then, there we go. Let's, okay, that's, oh, I know what's happening. We want to set the is holding weapon to false over here. If it would let me, there we go. And then we can drop it, and then grab this one. Or, and then we can't pick it up anymore, which is weird. Let me, oh, I see why. It's the, actor collision is being set to false after it. So we want to do this. We're gonna compile that, and now let's check it. So let's pick it up, drop it, and then pick it up again. And let's just make sure that this dude right here can't pick this up. Okay, we're good. So again, I just modified it a bit. Instead of being able to drop the weapon, you can only drop it if you're holding one. Which is the same thing, except I made it a little simpler. Actually, I don't think this would be simpler. Anyways, I'm just going to grab all of these, and I'm going to collapse these to a function called check uh equip, I guess. I don't know. And then we'll just have this over here. And then this is our drop and pickup system. And now we can stop using this as our model. and get rid of it. What we need to do now is make a child of this one. We'll call this one Rifle Master BP underscore Rifle Master. Now here in this one we're gonna have a little more tweaks. Like we're gonna have the ammo variable and the fire rates. These are the only ones we need just for now. And I'm going to default it to 0.3, and I'm going to default the ammo to 30. I'm not sure if I want to have infinite ammo yet, because I'm not really sure on what type of FPS this is going to be, but I might just have it be infinite for now. And then from here we can create another child, and this will be AK-47. And then we can just put it inside a rifles folder so we can stay organized. AK-47. And then we can delete these bases off the floor. The skeleton mesh, if you guys want the AK that I'm gonna use, it's called the KA-47. You could either use the one that's been modeled on the Y or on the X. I'm gonna use the one that's been modeled on the Y, sorry, because I'm pretty sure it should get attached to my hand nicely. No, okay. Anyways, right now what we're gonna do is we're gonna head into the animation starter pack folder, into the UE4 mannequin, the mesh, and then into the skeleton. And what we're gonna do is hit this preview animation button and type idle rifle hip. Click on the timeline and pause it. Find your right hand, which is hand underscore R. Add a socket. I'm gonna call this rifle position. I don't know. I'm gonna add the KA or the AK, whatever you want to call it. And we're just going to rotate it. You might want to set your camera speed to be a little slower. You want it to be accurate and nice. Drop it a bit. There we go. That looks pretty good for now. And then back in the player, right now we really can't tell what type of weapon we have. So we're gonna have to create some systems for it later on when we have different types of weapons. But right now we'll just put it inside the rifle position. And then when we go over here and pick it up, it gets placed into our hands. And again, I'm just going to check this. Alright, we're good. That's our first timer. I had problems testing this out yesterday at 3 a.m. But what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna create another rifle, and then that'll be it for episode 1 maybe. I don't. Yeah, we'll do that, and then we'll just move on later. So weapons, rifles. We want to create this. Create child, and we'll do. Actually, I think there's this is the wrong thing. FPS weapon bundle. I'm gonna leave the the military weapons for now. AR4. Here it is. Okay, so it's the AR4. That's what it's called. AR4. This inside of here. And set the skeleton mesh to be the AR4. And let's bring it in here. There we go. Oh yeah, I've got my AK. Oh yeah, well I got the AR4. This model looks beautiful. That. But yeah, we got weapon pickups and sprinting, animations, the camera. I might improve the camera because it's just a little bit janky. I'm not gonna lie. So I'll improve on it in the next episode, hopefully. But until then, maybe after an hour after this, because I'm trying to upload episode 2 right after this because I kind of left you guys hanging for a while. And we're also gonna fix this camera clipping and the weapon clipping very soon. It's just, this is very annoying. Actually, I think I can fix that now. I set the near near clip plane. Maybe set it to 0.1. It's still the same. I don't know why I picked up the gun. Okay, nope, never mind. This, I think this actually works for stuff in your hands. So we're gonna fix that next episode. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.